Welcome to Algebra Prep Academy. Today's lesson is learning how to simplify expressions by rationalizing the denominator.
Our first problem is to simplify 5 over the square root of 5 by rationalizing the denominator. First, multiply the numerator and denominator by the square root of 5 to rationalize the denominator. This yields 5 times the square root of 5 over the square root of 5 squared. The denominator is equivalent to 5 squared to the 1/2 power, and the powers are multiplied together, which leaves us with 5 to the 1 power. This yields 5 times the square root of 5 over 5. Keep in mind that square rooting something is really just taking the number to the power of 1/2. So the square root of 5 squared is really 5 squared to the 1/2 power. And by the rules of exponents, we can multiply 2 by 1/2, yielding 5 to the 2 divided by 2 power, which is equal to 5 to the first power. This can then be simplified to 5 over 5 times the square root of 5. 5 over 5 is equal to 1, and 1 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 5, which is our answer. Our next problem is to simplify the square root of 1 over y. First, distribute the radical to the numerator and denominator. This yields the square root of 1 over the square root of y. Then multiply the square root of y to the numerator and denominator to rationalize the denominator. The denominator is equivalent to y squared to the 1/2 power, and the powers are multiplied together, leaving us with y to the 1 power. This yields the square root of y over y, which is the answer. For our third problem, we need to simplify 3 over the square root of x to the 3rd power plus 4 over the square root of x. The denominator in the first term is equivalent to the square root of x squared times x, which can be simplified to x times the square root of x. This then yields to 3 over x times the square root of x plus 4 over the square root of x. We could then multiply the second term's numerator and denominator by x to create common denominators. We could then add the two terms together, yielding 3 plus 4 times x over x times the square root of x. We now need to rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the square root of x. In the numerator, you can distribute the square root of x. The denominator is equivalent to x times x squared to the 1/2 power, which then simplifies to x times x, which can be simplified again to x squared. This then yields 3 times the square root of x plus 4x times the square root of x all over x squared, which is our answer.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.